Let's quickly rush to solving the question on factorization method. This question is giving us x squared plus 7x plus 10 equals to 0. In solving quadratic equation using factorization method, one thing you should have one thing at the back of your mind. Constant multiplied by the leading coefficient is always the product, while the linear coefficient is the sum. Let me write it somewhere here. Sum. In regard to this equation, the sum is the linear coefficient. This is the linear variable, and the coefficient is 0. And the product, we say multiply the constant by the linear coefficient, and the linear coefficient here, invisible one, is here. Means that we have 10 times 1 is 10, which is the product. That's multiplication. Now, the factor. Now, in getting the factor, you look at two numbers that when you multiply them, it will give you 10. And when you know that sum is addition, when you add them, it's going to give you 7. And those two numbers are 2 and 5. You multiply 2 times 5 to give you 10, 2 plus 5 will give you 7. Now let's solve this equation. We have x squared. Now you are getting the factor. Note, you are getting the factor. The next thing you do is to input this factor in place of 7s. That is, you say you can start with either 5 or 2. You can say plus 2s plus 5s plus the constant is equals to 0. You have removed the 7s and replace it with 2 and 5. Now you go by the grouping. You group it. Now, looking at this equation now, these two grouping, these two factors, you can see that in these first factors, s is common. Means that s is common. Bring down s outside. S into s squared, it will cancel one of the s, it will be left with s. S into 2s, it will cancel one s and it will be left with 2. Now let's go to the second factor. What is common here? You can see 5 here. 5 can also go in 10. Means that 5 is common. Now we have plus 5. 5 going to 5s will be left with s. 5 into 10, 5 will go into 10 2 times, which is close to 0. Note, when solving quadratic equation using factorization method, one thing you should know, anytime you get to this point and these two brackets are not the same, know that you are wrong. If they are not the same, you are wrong. It can be minus or it can be plus, but this s and 2 must be the same value in the two sides. Now for us to continue, we'll take one of the factors in the bracket, since they are the same, we'll take one of them, and we'll take this and this also. Means that we have s plus 5. Remember, summing to 0 is equals to 0. Or we have s plus 2 is equals to 0. Our s is equals to minus 5, or our s is equals to minus 2. Remember that in quadratic equation is the equation that s has two values, two final answers. Like the answer must be 2. S must have 2 answers. Understand? Now some of you might ask that how did I make this thing minus 5? I will show you. This is the final answer. Now let me show you how I make this thing minus 5. We have s plus 5 is equals to 0. Now multiply both sides by minus 5. Minus 5. This you can see this. Our s will now be equals to minus 5. Thanks for watching. If you don't understand this first example, solving factorization method, I will be dropping more other examples in factorization method you keep to learn. Please like, share, and comment. Thanks for watching.